In just 3 days, Zhengzhou, a city of more than 12 million people in central China, was completely swallowed by water. Torrential rains poured down relentlessly, shattering all previous records, flooding streets, subways, and homes. The drainage system, designed to handle heavy rain, was quickly overwhelmed and paralyzed within hours. A bustling economic hub turned into a disaster zone. People raced against time to escape. With every passing minute, the water rose higher, sweeping away cars, goods, and the rhythm of daily life. This wasn't just a historic flood. It was a stark warning in the age of climate change. Any city could become a victim. The rain began early in the morning. At first, residents thought it was just another summer downpour. But by noon, the skies showed no sign of letting up. Wave after wave of heavy rain followed. By the afternoon, rainfall had far exceeded the city's capacity to cope. Water spilled onto streets, rushed into underpasses and subway stations. The drainage network was completely overwhelmed. One of the most haunting images was of subway cars filling with water. Passengers were trapped inside as the water rose to chest level. Many had to wait for hours in fear before being rescued. Subway stations and tunnels, once the lifelines of transportation, had turned into massive reservoirs. Electrical systems, control panels, and signal networks were all submerged. The entire subway system had to shut down and would require major repairs before running again. Above ground, the chaos was no less severe. Major roads turned into rivers, cutting off connections between commercial districts, residential areas, and industrial zones. Bridges were damaged. Highways and national roads were blocked. Rail traffic was heavily disrupted, with many trains canceled. Flights to and from Zhengzhou were delayed or canceled one after another. The rural outskirts suffered as well. Rice and cornfields lay deep underwater, levees weakened, and reservoirs reached dangerous levels. In some places, dikes broke, sending water rushing into low-lying areas, submerging homes and farms. In industrial zones, many factories and warehouses had to shut down. Goods and machinery were flooded, causing significant economic losses. Yet even as nature unleashed its fury, the human spirit shone through the darkness. Even when playgrounds were buried in mud and riverside streets became temporary lakes, residents stood shoulder to shoulder to help each other. When the rain finally stopped and the skies cleared, signs of recovery emerged. Streets that had been raging torrents now revealed mud-splattered asphalt. Children splashed in leftover puddles. Shop owners took shovels and brooms to clear mud from their doorways. The roar of water pumps, the rush of hoses, and the smell of wet earth filled the air. They were the sounds and scents of a city coming back to life. Local authorities, rescue teams, and volunteers got to work immediately. Their focus was not only on cleanup and repairs, but also on long-term plans to make the city more resilient to future disasters. The Zhengzhou disaster left behind hard-earned lessons. First, invest in disaster-resilient infrastructure. That means not only expanding drainage systems, but also building flood walls, levees, and protective embankment. Second, review urban planning, especially in low-lying, flood-prone areas. Limit construction there and encourage development further inland. Third, strengthen early warning systems. Meteorological agencies must be equipped with advanced technology for more accurate forecasts. giving residents time to prepare and evacuate. Fourth, educate the public on disaster preparedness. People need to know how to respond to heavy rain and flood. Wetlands and marshlands act as natural buffers, absorbing floodwaters and reducing landslide risks. Preserving these ecosystems is critical to minimizing damage. Zhengzhou is just one example, but this story could happen anywhere. Climate change is making extreme weather more frequent and more intense. If we don't act now, disasters like Zhengzhou's will no longer be once-in-a-century events. They will become the new normal. Nations must cooperate, share knowledge, technology, and resources. A modern flood warning system in one place could save thousands of lives in another. The Zhengzhou flood is not just a short news headline. It's a story about humanity's fragility in the face of nature's power, but also about resilience and solidarity. The pain of losing homes, belongings, and even loved ones is not just the sorrow of one city, it is shared by all of humanity. Yet in those darkest hours, we saw the power of unity rescue teams working around the clock. Strangers sharing bottles of water and loaves of bread, opening their homes to shelter others. Climate change is no longer a distant concept. It is here, in record-breaking rainfalls, staggering damage figures, and the tears of those who have lost everything. We cannot remain passive. It's time to act, from daily habits like saving energy, reducing plastic waste, and planting trees, to large-scale policies that cut emissions and invest in disaster-proof infrastructure. Let this be a call for each of us to join hands, to protect the environment, to prepare for risks, and most importantly, to preserve our unity. In the darkest moments, it is our humanity that lights the way forward, and only together can we build a safer, more sustainable future for generations to come. Thank you for watching this video from Raging Planet. If you found it valuable, please give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into climate, nature, and humanity. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss our latest updates. Some visuals in this video are for illustrative purposes and may not depict the full extent of the real events. Always stay updated with your local weather forecasts and prepare safety plans for yourself and your family. We'll see you in the next video.